DeleteLawZ runs from problems in Saturday livestream. Fans of YouTuber Chille DeCastro were delighted as the YouTuber seemed to nope away his troubles on his first YouTube livestream Saturday after having a massive failure in court the day before. DeCastro's lawyer, Stephen T. Jeblin, apparently arrived in court without documentation to fight a motion for both financial sanctions and sanctions for terminating the lawsuit based on Jeblin and DeCastro's continued delay tactics in the lawsuit. This is the second time this year that Jeblin has arrived to a hearing either ill-prepared or not prepared at all for hearings in the case, causing significant delays. In January, another hearing was delayed as Jeblin dumped documents on the court at the 11th hour before the hearing. As usual, instead of addressing the problems he's having in court, DeCastro spent most of his 2 hours reviewing old anti-police videos while peppering in random chillisms and brief glimpses of the insanity behind his current attempts to finish his board game. That board game, Constitution Headquarters, or Constitutional Headquarters, depending on the moment, officially free on the website, has seen him transform a wall of his studio into a mega wall of all of his previous walls: history of lynching, history of the prison system, history of the Supreme Court, which he claims is vital to the teaching of the board game. As of Saturday, he had transformed his former First Amendment Auditor YouTube channel into Constitution Headquarters, with a prominent misspelling in the header graphic, and picking up a single new subscriber in the process. DeCastro failed to share the old new URL of the YouTube channel with his viewers, and again, has failed to mention that in his financial struggles, he reopened 3 of his 4 GoFundMe campaigns. Because of his own failure to promote them, they remained dormant with no new donations in the 2 weeks since their reopening. The market itself was dead for Saturday, with no new donations recorded for any of the campaigns we follow. Not even the return of market heavyweight DeCastro has been able to revive things as the winter of goose eggs marches on. In a positive note, DeCastro said that if his Constitution HQ t-shirts came in on Monday, he'll officially begin teaching the courses tied to Constitutional Headquarters. He reaffirmed his promise that every fact on the wall would be taught in said courses, with hundreds of hours of video footage coming from the self-proclaimed constitutional law scholar. DeCastro then turned his attention to a brutal takedown of President Donald Trump. While DeCastro said that he agreed with Trump's ideas on getting rid of income tax, noting that the United States was fine in the years it didn't have a national income tax. He differed with Trump on Trump's idea, from a campaign speech last year, of executing chemical dealers. After playing portions of the speech where Trump praised China and other countries for taking a hard line on dealing with chemicals, DeCastro went off on the president and the idea of executing anyone for chemical-related offenses. DeCastro scoffed at Trump's statement that each chemical dealer was statistically responsible for killing 500 people each year. Lingering for a while, before pro-Trump backlash from his audience caused him to change subjects. Finally, DeCastro announced that he had invented 2 new law enforcement-related devices while he was incarcerated last year. The first was a device that he claimed would allow police to restrain individuals from the front without the use of torture cuffs. While announcing the product as something that would revolutionize policing, he didn't explain the advantages this device would bring in comparison to simply handcuffing someone from the front. His second product was a bit vaguer, and he described it as a device that would ensure transparency. He did not go into details, nor did he explain the difference between this device and his previous attempts at a transparency application for mobile phones. Viewers also noted that DeCastro failed to address the arrest of his most recent protégé, the auditor known as the First Amendment Protection Agency, for allegedly attacking a senior citizen on Friday in Massachusetts. DeCastro's audience peaked at 158 viewers on his main channel during the live stream. He then spent the majority of Saturday night into Sunday morning sparring with Christopher Direct D. Ruff on Twitter.
Journalism is not free. Both ReallyCoolSite.org's daily newspaper and our daily newscasts are funded by your continuing donations and what we make from our YouTube AdSense revenue each month. If you'd like to contribute to help us keep the lights on, eating, keeping the cats fed, and writing news stories to feature on both a newspaper and newscast each day, we do have a GoFundMe set up at the address on screen right now. If you can't afford to contribute, Please watch the advertisements on our videos. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. You can help by doing next to nothing, and we thank you in advance for pitching in.